Hello everyone, welcome to Lime Guru channel. In this session we are going to learn about Dask Python package. So what is the purpose of a Dask? So let's say you want to calculate any statistics on your data set. So what you generally use is the pandas data frame. So you convert your data set into pandas data frame and then you do any of the calculation. But what is the drawback with pandas is, let's say if you have a small data set, that is fine, but if you have a huge data set, then in order to do that processing using pandas, this can take certain time depending on the data size, because pandas data set calculations run in a single process. It runs in a single process. All the data set is loaded into the memory and then it does all the calculation or computation within that machine. But using package, so it works on top of pandas only, but the difference is that it can help you to divide your data set into chunks of different data set, which is called partitions. It can help you to partition your data set internally, and then it launches parallel computation on all of those partitions, and then it gives you the final result back to you. So let's say if you have 6 different files, then using the Dask you can, let's say if your data set is divided into 6 different files, then using the Dask you can do the computation on all those 6 different files in 6 different processes. So that is the main thing, that it brings the parallelism to do the computation in 6 different processes, 6 smaller files. Every file will be computed separately, and then Dask will give you the result back. So it helps you to achieve the parallelism so that your results are computed faster and you don't face the challenge of memory overhead. If you have to do the same thing in pandas, you will have to load the complete 6 data into memory. The whole data has to be loaded, but now by using Dask you can split the data set, and then each of the data set will be loaded into memory in parallel, and then you do the computation, so you don't have memory overhead. So we are going to do the same thing using Dask data frame. So let me give you a flavor of data set which we are going to use in this example. So this is my weather data. So I have 5 different dates of data: 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So there are 5 different days, and for each date I have the weather data, like what is the date on which this data was reported, any summary, like what was the final summary of that particular day, whether it was cloudy or it was overcast or it was rainy. So that is there. Precipitation, temperature, humidity, wind speed, all those things are there inside this data set. So we are going to see that how you can do your stats. You can compute your stats on this data set both using pandas and Dask, and what is the difference. So we have 6 different files, and let's go into the program now. So this is my program. So let me comment the Dask code first, and let's see that how you used to work in pandas. So let's say if you want to load this data set in pandas, so what you will do is, first of all you need to import pandas as pd, and then you will do the read csv, and then you will give one file name. So you will give one file name. After that you can print let's say the data set. So what it will do is, when you print the data set, the data set is printed, the whole data set in one file which is there has been printed, and similarly you can do for each of the files. But and let's say if you want to calculate the some mean also on this, let's say you want to do uh, df, you want to calculate mean, let's say on the temperature column. So you want to compute the mean, so what you will do is, so you will calculate like this, and you will say, okay, this is my mean on the temperature column, so I want to calculate the mean on that particular temperature, and let me print the mean. So if you run this program now, so let me run this, so you will get the mean as a output. So okay, so you can see that you are getting the mean as a output. Now it is on a single file only, which is 2006 0410. So you are reading only one file, you are doing the computation, and then you are getting the results back for a particular mean. But what Dask will help you to do is that you can do all these calculation on all of these files in one go. And how it will be done is, let me show you the program for that first. So this is the program. So what you need to do is, you need to import your dask.data frame. I have given an alias dd. So after that you will read the csv, similar way you were reading read csv in python in pandas, the same way you will read in dask. But now here what you have been given the flexibility in the file format, you can give asterisk sign. So you are saying that you want to load all the files for the year 2006. Here you were loading only one particular file, but here you are loading all the file, giving the asterisk sign. So it's a great feature. It will help you to load uh, all the data into your Dask data frame. And the good thing about this implementation is that it doesn't load all the data uh, uh, on the fly. It does the lazy computation. Whenever you need that data, at that point of time only, it will load that data set into the memory, and then it will do the processing, and it will do it in parallel. So we'll see that how it does it. So let's say I want to just print my data set. Now in order to print that data set, I'll have to do is df.head. So I'll have to use the df.head. So in pandas, you don't need to define something like df.head. So you can just simply say I want to print a data frame which is df, then it will print the panda, because pandas loads the data in memory whenever you load the data, but Dask does not load the data. It does the lazy loading, and that's why you need to call the function .head. And when you call this function, only at that point that data will be loaded into the memory. And again, internally it loads partition by partition. For each of the file, it will maintain a partition, and then the data will be tagged with that partition, and it would be loaded. But for you, you will see it as a one data set only. All the file data set, you will treat it as a one data set only. Let me try to run this program now. So if I try to run this program, so the program is running. Okay, so you can see that my data set has been printed, and it has shown 5 rows by default and truncated all other rows. So but the thing is that this way you can print your data set using Dask data frame. So now what I'm going to do is the similar way we have calculated mean earlier, so we are going to calculate the mean again. So and this is the same syntax like earlier you were doing. You want to fetch the column temperature first, and then you want to call the mean function. Similarly, you have to do here also. You will have to fetch the column temperature, and then you have to compute the mean. And as I said, Dask will do lazy loading, and it will compute your mean only when you will call the compute function. Otherwise it will not compute. So this compute function you need to call explicitly, and it will give you the all day mean. And let's try to run this program now. If I run this program now, so you can see that it has printed my temperature all days mean, which it says 10.71. So this was the this is how you can print the average temperature if you want to calculate the mean. And now the difference is, earlier when you were calculating mean, that was coming out to be 14 when you were doing in pandas, because it was accounting for only one file. But now we have accounted for all the files, for all the data set, like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So internally what it's doing is it is running a pandas program on each of the file in parallel, and then it is giving you the final result back to you. So it does the parallel processing for you. Dask does the parallel processing for you, and then gives you the result back. So this is how Dask works. And let's say you want to run let's say for a particular date, this is all day mean. Now what you want to do is you want to get the average mean for all the days. Date wise you want to get the mean, like what was the mean temperature on 10th, what was the mean temperature on 11th, 12th. So you want to get for all the 5 days. So 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, you want to get for all the 5 days. So what I'm doing is I'm just extracting the date thing from my timestamp. I have timestamp right now, so I'm extracting the date thing first, which is 2006 04 10. Then after that I can do group by. So what I'm doing is I'm saying that group by date, the date which I have fetched just above. So I'm saying group by date, and then after that I'm doing the mean on the temperature, and then I'm computing, and then I'm printing the same thing, which is the daily mean. So if I run this program now, so you can see that so the program is running. Okay, the program has run. So first it has printed my complete data set, which we saw earlier also. Then it has printed all days mean, which was 10.71. So it is the mean for the temperature for all the days among all the files. And then we have printed the daily mean also. In daily mean it has printed my average mean Average temperature on 10th was 14, on 11th it was 12. Similarly, it has printed for different dates, which is 12, 13 and 14. So in this way you can do group by queries also onto your data set. So if you have a big data set, you can run group by operations also, and this is how you can achieve anything which you can do in pandas, you can achieve anything in Dask also, but the only difference is it enables you to do parallel processing. It enables to you to do give better compute time. It gives you the benefit of multi-threading, multi-processing, multitasking, using the concept of parallel execution, which Dask framework takes care of internally. And as I said, internally it does the same thing which pandas does, but it does all the things by using the concept of partitions. So this is the concept of Dask data frame concept. If you like this concept, do press the like button. I'll share this code base and this dataset onto the GitHub URL, which will be shared in the video description. And do not forget to subscribe LimeGuru channel. Thank you for watching.